Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we're going to be doing an unboxing of the Nextbase dash cam. This is the 422GW edition. And then we're also going to be doing an unboxing of the dash cam hardwire kit provided by Nextbase as well. Now I'm a huge proponent of dash cams. I've had one since 2017. Prior to this company I had the Momento M5 and I actually just gave that dash camera to my parents instead, and I wanted something a little bit more advanced and with a couple more features. So the reason why I got this one is for two reasons. This one records in quad HD, so you have the ability to record in 1440p or 1080p, which is great. It also has the ability to have a rear camera attached. You have to buy that separately, and I did actually order one. It's not going to arrive till next week, but it's great to have both a front and a back dash camera if you're going to get one of these. It has a GPS speed and a location tracker, so in the event you do get into an accident, this will tell you how fast you were going, where you were specifically when the accident happened, so all of those details are captured right there. And the biggest selling feature for me was it's Wi-Fi connected. So this particular model, as well as the 522GW, they have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth built in, so you can send the videos directly from the dash cam to your phone. Now, in the event of an accident, this comes in great use because you can instantly look and send the video to a police officer. For example, last year or so, I was in line and a car was making a left turn from a side street, and there was another car on my right side that just wasn't paying attention, didn't stop, and the two ended up getting into an accident. Now, the guy behind me also had a dash cam, and I had a dash cam. Both of our dash cams recorded the footage. The only advantage that his camera had is that he was able to instantly send the file via airdrop to the police officer. The police officer asked for mine, but I had to come home. I had to take my camera SD card out, and I had to put it into the computer and then email the video to the cop. So you can see from that process, it gets a little tedious, and that's why I wanted something like this where I can just instantly take the video from the dash cam and have it on my phone and do whatever I need, whether give it to the police officer, give it to someone else in case they get into an accident or something like that. So overall, I would highly recommend looking into this company, and I found this company after doing tons of research, and I also saw that Chris Fix recently is also a huge proponent of this company, and that just also gave me a little bit more confidence. This company started in UK and they just recently launched in the US, but if you look at all the reviews for this particular model and this particular brand, the reviews are amazing. Mostly you're looking at 4-star plus reviews, and for a camera to have that many good reviews is relatively rare. You could just check by going on Amazon. And now the big thing that you want to keep in mind, a lot of people buy dash cams but don't do their homework or do any research. It's great to have a dash cam while the car is running, but you also want to have something that records while your car is off. So a lot of the times when you're parked at a shop, like ShopRite or something like that, for example, and someone hits your car, if you have one of those cameras that you're buying off of Amazon that just connects to your cigarette lighter, that thing is not going to record when your car is off. So kits like a camera like this, hardwiring it will use your car's battery supply, and that'll power the dash cam, and it's using its sensors and stuff, and anytime it detects motion, whether the car is on or off, it'll record the incident. So that was a huge thing that I wanted to have. My old camera did that as well, but there was a little bit of a weird situation where if a car next to me was closing a door, it would still record. So the sensitivity on that camera was just through the roof, and it was driving me crazy. Every time I would come back to my car, it would tell me I had like 7 or 8 incidents when all it was is the person next to me just closing their door, and there would be a huge gap between both of our cars, and it was still picking that up. So that was the main reason for getting rid of that one and getting this kind of camera. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start unboxing, and I'll show you what the contents are inside, and then I have another video coming where I'll be once I get the rear dash cam, where I'll be installing this and the rear at the same time. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is going to take off this plastic. Just give me a sec. Now just examining the packaging, so you can see on the bottom we have some of the features I was mentioning earlier in the video. Here's the model number again, this is the 422GW. And then we should be expecting this from the box. We got the camera, the mount, the power cords, USB cable, suction mount, and the start guide. Now I picked this up from Best Buy, so I would highly recommend just picking up one of these dash cams from an authorized reseller. The main reason for that is just because you have any warranty issues or anything like that. If you buy it from a legitimate source that the manufacturer recommends, that'll make your warranty claims a lot easier. So as soon as you open the box, it looks like you're presented with a sticker. It says, warning, protected by Nextbase dash cam. So if you want to, it's a nice little security. If you want to put this, you also have a congratulations sticker. I will probably pass and not put that on my car. Here we have another pamphlet. So it says you have a customer support number, and you can see this is again both. This is a UK version, and then here's a USA version. So looks like we have a start guide. So this is relatively common, just gives you the instructions, so I won't spend too much time in this. This you'll see when I actually install the dash cam. I'll walk you guys through that. This is just primarily just to show you what's inside the box. So here we have the dash cam. So I'll put that off to the side for a second. There's nothing else in there, and then this must be the charger and everything else. So let's go ahead and move this up to the side. So I have to say, overall, I'm very happy with the way everything is packaged. Very nice quality in terms of packaging. It feels very, very upscale. So I have to definitely say I'm impressed with this packaging. We got a couple different things in here. So that's about it. That's the empty box. So going through one piece at a time. So this is a power fitting cable tool. So when you're ready and you have everything put into place, you can use this tool and kind of push and shove your wire so you don't see that. So that's pretty nifty that they sent you this. This looks like it's the mount. This is the mount. That's pretty cool, actually. I kind of like that design. So if you can see, there's the power cord in there. So that's pretty nice, where it looks like this is the power. This is where the power will be supplied to the dash cam rather than the camera itself. Usually it's the other way around. So this is another mount. So you have two different ones. So this is a sticky adhesive, so this is permanent fix. This has a suction mount, so in case you want to move it from side to side. So that's how it works, just a typical mount. You have your USB cable. This is probably to transfer videos and anything that you need to, or firmware updates between the computer and the dash cam. So if you don't buy the Hardwire Kit, they do send you this 12-volt cigarette lighter. So no need to worry, you don't have to buy the Hardwire Kit. It's just preferred if you want to have a much cleaner operation. Alright, so it says, please charge the dash cam for about 2 hours indoors. That's good to know. Using the supplied USB cable and a compatible 5-volt charger to retain the date, time settings, and other user settings. Okay, so we'll do that too. So we'll charge this before we do an install, which is good to know. Oh, and last piece. looks like this is just an extra piece of tape. So in case you need to move it to another car, or if you don't like the position of it. And let's look at the dash cam itself. So first impressions, very, very nice quality. It doesn't feel cheap. It is a mixture of plastic and metal, and you know, people will have personal opinions on this gray sort of texture here. I personally think it's okay. It's overall not too bad. This is nice. This is a nice camera design. You have a nice 140-degree wide angle lens. You got the power button. This is where the SD card slot is. Oh, one thing to note, guys, this camera does not come with an SD card, so you'll have to pick up either the Nextbase one or something like this. You want to make sure that you have a minimum of 60 megabytes per second for the read speed. The write speed is fine, but the read speed should be a minimum of 60. And you also want to make sure that it's a V30 and the U3. So that's what you want to make sure, that when you're getting any SD card, that this is what you're going to pick up. You don't have to get this brand, just make sure that it has a minimum, sorry, what I said earlier was backwards. So you want a minimum write speed of 60 megabytes per second, so this is the more advanced one, so this is 90. And you want to make sure that it's V30 compatible, as well as U3. So this will make sure that, especially if you get a rear camera, this will make sure that it can write the data fast enough in HD footage. You don't again have to get SanDisk, but you can get any other brand that you want. I just got this on sale from Best Buy. Now going back to the dash cam itself, it's a very nice compact size. So the screen size is 2.5 inches. From my experience, I've rarely ever looked at the screen itself, so that's why I opted to get this one rather than the 3-inch 522 model. You have speakers up here, the USB port, and HD out port here with the rear cam connection. Oh, there goes that. So looks like this is how you connect the rear camera. There's a reset button, and so it looks like this is the port. So the way it would work is that, oh, look at that, magnetic. Barely any force was required. Now I'm wondering how exactly you're supposed to take this off. Didn't really intend for that to happen. There, okay. So there's just a little bit of force and just take it off, but there you go. It's held on by a magnet. Very sturdy. And this is probably exactly how I'm gonna mount it. I'm gonna use this and go that way. So overall, very nice packaging for the camera. I'm really happy with the build quality of the camera itself as well. Now we'll find out more. You know, obviously the outside exterior of the camera is okay, but if it doesn't record or anything like that, or if the quality sucks, if the video quality sucks, then this camera is not really worth it. So we'll do another video later on that'll show how the camera itself works. So now switching over, how we're gonna look at this one. This is the dash cam Hardwire Kit. So again, as I mentioned, you could use this if you want to. Now, the only thing is with this is if you want to make sure that it's using the parking mode feature, you would want to find a cigarette lighter that is permanently active. That means that it's going to be running even when the car is off. So you could use this. But just know that when you mount this up, you're going to have a wire hanging, especially with this bulky thing, just hanging from wherever you mount your camera down to your cigarette port. That's why it's preferred to go with the Hardwire Kit, because you can like make it nice and clean. So, and it can, if you just plug it into a active source, such as door lights, like a door light fuse, this will always be running. And you know, if you're concerned about it draining the battery or anything like that, you can see how much of the battery it drains. It's very, very little. Again, my last dash cam that I had plugged in, I had no issues. I never had any issue with the battery. And if you do a Hardwire Kit, it has a voltage meter anyway, so it'll detect if it's using too much from your battery and it'll turn it off. So here's the instructions. And you can use this particular Hardwire kit with any of the camera models that they have. So here are the fuse adapters. So let's see what kind they have. So, okay, these are the only two that they really have. You got the one with the, looks like it's a mini, and then you got a large, like a standard one. But this looks like it's meant more for European cars or like international cars, not really the US ones. US use mostly mini and micros. But yeah, these are the only two that they give you. These are the adapters. You could always get these added circuits from like an auto parts store if you ever need to. Here is just the clipper. That's the wire. And we also have this. And here's the Hardwire kit. So this goes to your ground. This will go into one of these right here, whichever one you can fit, and then you just plug this into an appropriate fuse, and there you go, that's your Hardwire kit. So there you guys have it. Here's all the components again with what you would get. So overall, very happy with this camera, and let's see how it comes out when I install it. Till next time, guys, thanks for watching.